The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.
We're so thrilled to have on the show an incredible multi-instrumentalist, singer-songwriter based here in Nashville, Tennessee, Cecilia Castleman. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is so fun.
I heard Waiting on You, and I had to have you on the show. And then I was telling you, I was listening to the entire album. Wow. I mean, for your debut album, you kind of went all out for this, didn't you?
I really did. Yeah, it's all downhill from here.
No, it's not. No, it's all uphill.
I know.
But I mean, it's such a powerful album, you know, with your vocals. But also, I mean, you play so many instruments. I mean, between guitar, bass, piano, you know, castanets, whatever it takes, right?
Yeah, on a lot of the record, I played all the guitars and then keyboard too. And then I was lucky on organ. I can't play that to save my life. So we had Ben Montench on organ, which was cool.
Very smart. Yeah, I can't do keys either. Stringed instruments. But I got to say this too. You did this entire album, you know, your self-titled album out on the West Coast in Los Angeles,
yeah.
and you got kind of a big name producer on this.
Yeah, we had Dawn was produce a record, which was really cool. And
How did that happen?
Yeah, it was really surreal to me. So my mom would take me to Best Buy growing up, and we'd look at CDs, and like back when they had a CD section. Mm-hmm. And every, you know, the name on the back of all my favorite CDs, you know, it always said produced by Dawn Was. And so my manager sent him my music, and I wasn't expecting anything. And he was like, yeah, let's go make a record. And it was very, very surreal. I'm super, super grateful for that experience. And he's such like a, I don't know, he's just such a savant at all things music. And so it was very, very cool to get to do it with him. Well,
your album, I mean, every track on here, and obviously with Waiting on You has gotten a lot of attention, but I also love Cadillac. There's so many great songs on here.
Thanks.
But it's like, he did such a great job of showcasing your vocals and your lyrics, and there's such depth. You know, and I mean, such emotion and everything that you shared in this, to where you really dug in deep. And it's like, I first became aware of you back in 2023 when you were part of the Next Fender group. And
yeah.
And then also so when did you get to hang out with John Mayer? What's that like?
Oh, it was very, very fun. I made a lot of friends at Henson, and I'm super great friends with the studio managers, Fariel and Jamie. And I don't know, he's, you know, one of my favorite writers and obviously guitar players ever. And it was very, very surreal, and he'd come by and be like, well, let's go listen to the record. And I wouldn't know what to say. I don't think I'd say anything. I didn't say anything. And but yeah, my mom came with us for a month, and I don't know, it was a cool experience.
Yeah,
so.
And plus Fender sets you up then with your jazz masters, which is not bad either. And also you play bass too.
I try.
And keys.
I try. But yeah, I'm 24. I got a long way to go. But it's been a fun start for sure.
I'd say so. A fun start whenever you're out on the road with Marcus King, and you get to tour with Ashley McBride, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you get to dance between all styles of music, so you're not limited. You know, and I noticed that on the album too, to where you and I were talking, even on the playlist-wise, Cecilia, to where, you know, sometimes you're pulled into Americana, sometimes country. Your voice lends itself, obviously, to pop, rock, and jazz.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you can kind of go into all areas. If only you could be on TV or film also with your music, which you already are. You know, I was listening to the album, it's like, you know, HBO, Netflix, you know, your music's all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I love a lot of different kinds of music, and I wanted to make something sort of not, you know, I'm from Nashville, I'm from here, and I grew up here, and I don't know, I felt right about this record, and it sort of changes eras, which is what I wanted.
Right.
So I didn't really want to put a stamp on it where you could tell when it was made, like
yeah.
You know, whether it was 2006 or 2016 or 2026, you know. I didn't really want that to be visible, and I think we did a good job at it.
I think you did too, and especially I can hear your influences certainly leaning towards some Stevie Nicks and some Fleetwood Mac now and then in there, which I love. I also grew up with.
Oh yeah, Stevie Nicks is, I remember for my 15th birthday, my mom, she got me the Tusk record, the Fleetwood Mac record, and I had just gotten my permit, and that's all I listened to was that record, and I still have that CD of that original one.
How great is that?
Yeah, she's one of my favorites for sure.
Oh my gosh, so many. And you've been acknowledged by Atwood Magazine, No Depression Magazine, and also with Apple. And everybody besides the Rockin' Review and me are raving about this album and the songs coming off it.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's been very, very kind, and it's my first record, and I definitely had a lot to say. But yeah, I just hope people, if they like one song on the record, that's fine with me, or a guitar lick, or like as long as they pull maybe one thing, I'll feel like I'm doing a good job.
I think they're going to pull a lot more than one song. The guitar work is so tasty on there. You've got some great licks and everything. And I'm like going, wow, there's some meaty stuff in these songs. But also the ballads are great too, with the piano and all. So it's like you can, it's a fun listen because it's not just all rock and guitar. You've got different moods within the album. Yeah,
that's what I tried to do, and definitely, going into Henson where we recorded every day.
Right.
There's such a spirit, the minute you walk in, and so I don't know. Don and I, and the crew, we'd all walk in. Sort of, it'd be, very calm, but it would definitely have different, vibes to it every day, and. You never knew who was going to walk in and out of the studio, which was always exciting for us. And so, I don't know, it was just a cool experience. And it was very exciting for someone like me who, grew up in Franklin and
totally
out in the boonies.
You're a hometown girl, but also it seems like we're going to have like a signature model Fender like within the next year or so. It just seems logical to me.
I wish, yeah.
Well, we put it out there in the world now. Yeah. And now, and once again, I know there's going to be some big tour and everything and stuff going on this year. For our viewers, with everything going on with your music, and I know you're huge on social media, thankfully, and you keep up with that, where do our viewers need to go for everything with the new album and everything you've got coming up?
Sure. I'm on, Spotify, all the DSPs, everything like that. It's just under Cecilia Castleman, and yeah, that's me everywhere. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, be sure and check out the entire album, Not Just Waiting on You, which also has a great music video. There may be more music videos coming, obviously more singles. I suggest you add the entire album, Cecilia Castleman, to your playlist. Tell your friends about it, but also go see her live. And you're going to see some amazing guitar work and vocals all together.
Thanks.
You're like a triple threat. And you write your own songs.
Yeah.
What are we going to do for the next album?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to have to follow you so I know. And then you come back on the show again.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love the album, and I know everybody else is going to also. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is so fun.
Check her out, Cecilia Castleman, and check out this amazing album.
The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.